everyone, it's Max and welcome to a new week's reading vlog. It is January 4th, it's Monday, and I'm just starting out this vlog. It's almost my lunch break, but I thought I would go over the books I want to read this week. So there are four main books. One is my audiobook, which is Terrier by Tamora Pierce, first book in that trilogy. And then the first physical book I want to read is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This is the Romeo and Juliet retelling in 1920 Shanghai, where there's a monster in the river that's like sending a plague out, and two people, the heirs of warring gangs, have to like work together to solve and like figure out how to kill it. You know, I'm reading a lot of books about plagues this year. There's like this one, I just finished City of the Plague God. I feel like I've read more about plagues as well. If the bad guy wins, like a plague would come about. I don't know, I feel like that's happening a lot, and I'm like, interesting. But I am so excited to pick this up. This is a book that I really want to get to this year. The video hasn't come out yet. Well, by this point it might have come out, but it's like top 10 books I want to get to in 2021. This is on there. I'm so excited to pick it up. And then the other book I want to get to is another one on that list, another book that has just been calling out to me, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This is about a girl who makes a deal with, I think, the devil for her freedom, but in exchange that people forget her as soon as she's out of sight. So they'll remember her, and she can like meet people, but then as soon as she's like gone from their sight, they immediately forget about her. But then one day she meets a guy who remembers her. I'm very excited. I have heard differing opinions, but for people who don't always love V.E. Schwab's writing, they seem to really like this, and that is me. And my best friend recently read it and said she sobbed. I know a lot of people have cried. I'm ready. And then the last book I want to get to is an arc, and that is Don't Tell a Soul by Kirsten Miller. Honestly, I don't know what it's about. I'll tell you more once I've started it, but I am excited for that one. There's a couple more arcs that I didn't get to these past few days, and so that's my plan. But that's all I've got for you right now. I haven't started anything, but I'm going to. It's almost my lunch break, so I might try to do some reading. I also want to edit and upload a video, so we'll see, but I'll talk to you later. Hi everyone, it's 8. So I finished work, I worked out, I showered, and I ate dinner, which was like chicken Alfredo, but it was like zucchini noodles, and which are called zoodles. I'm obsessed. And a cauliflower like sauce. It was so good. I'm stuffed. But I've also read 55 pages of These Violent Delights, and I'm already so into it. I really like Juliet, our main character. Roma is like fine, I don't really know him that well yet. But I'm just really like it. The writing is so great. The atmosphere is awesome. I'm so excited to see what happens next. I didn't know if like the plague and like the monster were gonna happen like right off the bat, but it was like the prologue was the monster like starting, you know, and I was like, oh great, and I'm just really enjoying it. Yeah, the writing is phenomenal. Super into it. I am gonna Zoom with a couple of my friends. We're gonna watch the newest Charlie's Angels from like last year with Kristen Stewart, which is like 2 hours, so that's gonna end up probably like 10:30 if we start on time and everything. But then I'm gonna definitely try and pick up These Violent Delights for more. And then tomorrow I am working out with my mom in the morning for a very specific workout that goes with our whole meal plan thing. And then my best friend and I are gonna FaceTime and watch The Bachelor, which is on tonight. Oh my god, Matt James. I'm so excited. But yeah, so we haven't watched it, and so we're gonna watch it together, which we did with The Bachelorette up until like what, a week and a half ago, and so I'm really excited. But yeah, so just some virtual hangouts with some friends, reading These Violent Delights. I have a feeling I'm gonna fly through this. I flew through those first 55 pages, honestly, and I'm so excited. If possible, which I don't think it will be with only an hour and a half to midnight, I want to get as far as I can, so that'd probably be to like page 200. I kind of want to do like 2 days for These Violent Delights, 3 days for The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and then I guess like 2 days for Don't Tell a Soul. But it is like, because that's like 350 pages, which I don't usually like I don't think I'd finish that in a day, except it is during the weekend. So if it does take me 3 days for These Violent Delights, 3 days for The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and then 1 day for Don't Tell a Soul. It's on a Sunday, which means like my stepdad is home to take care of Abby, hopefully, so I'd actually be able to read. There are a couple evenings where I'm alone with the puppy, so I don't know. It depends on her attitude if I can read or not, but that's a later in the week problem. Tonight I'm gonna watch Charlie's Angels and then read as much of These Violent Delights before midnight as I can, and I will update you probably around midnight. Also, totally forgot to tell you, I edited and uploaded a vlog that was 9.5 minutes. It's because it only was 4 days and I only read 1 book, and I actually only vlogged for 3 of them, so my bad. And then I don't know if like the next vlog is gonna be that long either because it's only 3 days, but I read like 5 books, so like DNF 2 books and read 5, so like I should have some good content, hopefully. I haven't edited that one yet, but I've kind of planned out my next couple weeks and videos because I want to get my December wrap-up done, but I can't because most of the books are at my dad's house and my dad is gone for 2 weeks. So I'm like, well, I'm at my mom's for 1 week and then he's gone for the next, so I'm like here at my mom's house for 2 weeks. And so I've got more videos, like all of them are filmed except the vlogs. So once I'm back at my dad's house on the 15th, I will film that. I also found out I have Martin Luther King Jr. Day off, which is that day, which is so exciting. I love that. Really pumped for that, you know, we love a day off. And I've had like the last 2 Fridays off for Christmas and New Year's, and I've got another Friday off. I'm pumped. So yeah, and we'll see. My mom and I might be going to Rexburg or something to go to Costco to get food for our meal plan. Also, okay, I'm not gonna make this like a workout, like weight loss YouTube channel because yikes, but it's been 4 days that we've started this and I've lost 4 pounds, and I'm not starving myself or anything. I'm just cutting back huge on the portions, and just I think it's a lot of water weight. I don't know. I just like I didn't step on the scale for a few days. So like the first day I was out of weight, and then today I was 4 pounds lighter. So like crazy. That would mean I'd be losing a pound a day, which like I won't complain because I mean that would be pretty fast to lose how much weight would be like my target goal. So we shall see. I won't like badger you about it or anything, but yeah, so I will chat with you all later. Hi everyone, it is 10 p.m. on Tuesday and I'm 149 pages into These Violent Delights. I did not update you yesterday because I didn't read anything more. The movie ended at like 10:45 and then my friends and I just stayed up chatting till like 11:30 and then I went to bed. Today's been eventful. I got up at 7, worked out, had a dentist appointment, and I got to page 149, as I said. I'm enjoying this still. I like our main characters a lot. And I'm liking where the plot's going, and I really like the writing. The problem I'm having is the same problem I had with The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart, where our main character is like the heir to something, and for some reason they have competition even though they're the sole heir, and it's because they're women, basically. And it's like, in that one, in The Bone Shard's Daughter, it made sense because her dad plotted them against each other. But in this one, it's like her parents are like, no, you're the heir. And so the fact that his name's Tyler, thinks he's entitled to it, I don't really understand why, because it's not even explained like who he is in the grand scheme of things. Like I'm assuming he's a cousin, but why is he the direct threat? And like, why does he think he's like he should be the heir? And I can't help but think it's just because she's a woman and it's 1920s, but I'm still like, I don't know, no one's outright said that, and her parents are like all set for her to be like to take over. So I don't know, I'm like, why is there this competition here? I don't think it's necessary, and I think it detracts from the plot and from everything, because it's like just this random sort of issue that just like pops up every once in a while, and it just kind of annoys me. And then another thing is like, I wish she kind of set point of views. where like we've got our two main characters, but we also have random point of views just like thrown in there. And like sometimes it like ends, like say it's like Roma's chapter and it ends, and then all of a sudden a chapter starts and it's one of Juliet's friends. And then all of a sudden, like in halfway through, well, and then that chapter will end. And then like halfway through a main character's chapter, the point of view will switch to some random side character. And it's just like, I don't like it. I don't like how she's doing that, because I want her to just stick to like two point of views, Roma's and Juliet's. I don't think anyone else's has really been necessary. I feel like our main characters could be there and we could just get what's happening from their point of view. If like a couple of the main, if a couple of the characters' point of views like do become more prevalent and more important, I will like mention it and I'll be more okay with it. But right now it just feels like they're thrown in willy-nilly, because it's been like a couple supporting characters and also a couple victims of the sickness, and like that I can also understand, but it's like, then give us the more important ones, like people in Juliet's house, servants in Juliet's house get it, and like they all like, it's like it drives you to like claw out your throat because there's bugs. And so it's like, why didn't we get their point of view? Because I think that would have been a lot more fascinating than some random person. So it just kind of feels a little disjointed almost. But it's 10 and I'm going to read as much as I can in 2 hours. I started The Wilds today and I'm so into it. I already have so many theories. There was something that was like, at the end of the episode, it feels like something was supposed to be a plot twist, but they basically revealed it in the trailer. So like, I don't know. I feel like that was stupid that they kind of revealed it in the trailer. Unless we weren't supposed to get it from the clip. But it was pretty obvious from the clip. And so like, it felt like it was supposed to be this big reveal. And I was like, yeah. Same thing happened in These Violent Delights, where I don't think this is a spoiler because it's obvious from the beginning that Roma and Juliet used to like date, or like they were in love. And it seemed like you weren't supposed to know that until Roma all of a sudden is told by his dad, like, go get information from Juliet. It should be easy seeing as you guys used to be lovers. And it was like, end of the chapter. And I feel like we were supposed to be like, what? But it was like, well, yeah. Like there's bad blood between them, and you get Juliet's point of view where she's like, we used to like each other, and like he's very familiar with her. And I'm like, yeah, they used to date or something, like obviously. And so when it was kind of like supposed to be like a plot twist, I was like, I don't think so. And the same thing kind of happened with The Wilds. But I do have theories and I'm just like very excited to continue. But I've only seen episode 1, so. But yeah, so I've got 2 hours. I'm gonna continue reading and I'll talk to you all probably at midnight. All right, it's 11:34 and I'm on page 294. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I have 150 pages to read tomorrow, but that's nothing. So I'm enjoying it. I am liking the two supporting characters' point of views more. One is a trans woman, one is a gay man, and I'm like so into that, especially for like 1920s. But I'm still like not sure. I'm also just like having an issue. I hate bullheaded heirs, and I feel like this happens all the time, where it's like, why do I have to be polite? I'm powerful, and like we've got guns, so why do we have to negotiate? And it's like, stop. Like, yeah, I don't know how old, I guess 19, I guess she's 19, Juliet's 19, and her dad's like, you can't speak to like foreign dignitaries that way. She's like, why? We're the ones with the power. He's like, yeah, but they can take, like, she's just so like purposefully ignorant and like refusing to like learn all sides of like how to be a leader. And I just find that so much in books where it's like, they're like, yeah, I'm really good at fighting, but they're not good at negotiations. They're not charming. Like, and she can be charming if she wants. So it's like, just really annoys me that she like chooses to be rude to people that can be politically important. And it's just like really annoying. And I know she's 19, but she's been groomed for this since she was born. She should be a lot more socially conscious than she is. And it just annoys the hell out of me. It also annoys me that both Roma and Juliet have like nemesis within like their own group, like people who would like take control if they died or were like deposed, and like just kill them. Why haven't either of them killed them? I don't get it. It's like they just keep complaining about them. I'm like, just kill them. You're in a friggin' gang. There's no rules. Just kill them. Like, I don't know. I just think they're stupid. Like, yeah, well, they're trying to depose you. Well, kill them. Come on. It's just like, I don't know. I think they're just stupid. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like authors so many times are like, that's just a line. Like, I'm like, in a morally gray book like this, where there literally heirs to different gangs, they can kill their rivals. Like, why wouldn't they? And like, Juliet threatens, but it's like, girl, just kill him. Poison him. Do something. Make it look like this plague did it. For God's sake. It would be so easy to pretend that the plague did it and be like, oh no, the plague got Tyler. But no. And I don't know why. And it just annoys me. Like, honestly, your problems would be solved. Especially Roma, whose dad like doesn't like him. It's like, dude, just kill Dimitri and you'd be golden. Jesus, I don't know. I just think they're stupid. And authors so many times are like, no, that's a line we wouldn't cross. It's like, but you should, because they're killing other people. So it just looks stupid that they're not killing their rival. So that's an issue I'm having. But I'm gonna go to bed. I've got 150 more pages. It also makes more sense that there's more characters now that I realize it's a series. Could just be a duology, I don't know, but there's another book after this. So like, you know, to further the plot and stuff, have more characters. But anyways, that's an issue. That's something to address way down the line. So good night. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Hi everyone. It is Wednesday night. It's like 10:45. I was hoping to be done with the book by now, but I have 50 pages left and I was hoping for like an early night sleep, but that's not happening. I'm enjoying it. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Juliet was really like, she thought it was one person, so she trusted this other person's word blindly, and I think it was really stupid because this person would benefit from the disease. So him telling her that like this other person was like the monster, it's like, okay, you really believed him? He benefits from the disease still being around. Like, I don't know, I feel like she was just a little stupid. I also wish there was a chance for negotiation between the two gangs, and I wish that it had worked, because then it would have been like them uniting the gangs and stuff, but instead it's still just forbidden love, and I really don't like forbidden love. It's like my least favorite trope, and so like the fact that it almost was like cool would have been a lot better for me, but I don't know. And also like Juliet criticized Roma for not killing his dad, but it's like, bitch, you haven't killed Tyler. Like, how about you kill Tyler and then talk to him about killing his adversaries? Like, I don't know, I feel like she's just a bit of a hypocrite. But I am enjoying it. It's a little slow. I only have 50 pages left and I'm like, are they gonna figure out anything? Like, nothing's really happened, and so I don't really know what the climax will be. I have 50 pages left and it doesn't seem like they're really working towards anything right now, because like they did this one big thing and that ended up being a failure, but with 50 pages, what else are they gonna do? So I'm a little nervous about this, but I guess we'll see. And I'll chat with you all once I'm done. But before I forget, I've started Terrier. I have like 9 hours and something pages left. I was at the gym today and the internet wasn't working, so I couldn't watch like Netflix or anything. So I listened to my audiobook and got like 2 hours of it done. Not quite 2 hours. But anyways, I'm enjoying it a lot. So this is like a girl wants to be a dog, which is basically like the police, and she's part of it, and she's kind of an apprentice under these two more seasoned police officers, and they're trying to find this person who's kidnapping and or killing children. And our main character was kind of like fostered by like the lord of this area, and her and the Lord's granddaughter's son was one of the people who was killed or kidnapped. So she's got like a personal stake in it, and I'm really enjoying it. Once you get over the whole like dog puppy thing, it's actually really good, and I'm really liking the audiobook. But I'm gonna go back to reading, and I'll talk to you once I finish. All right, it's 11:08, and I just finished These Violent Delights. Really disappointed, honestly, with the last 50 pages. I feel like it all happened way too fast. Like just so much stuff happened just way too fast. And I mean, it's just like Juliet just kept going to extremes. Like, just tell them, like, there was ways for her to diffuse the situation, but she just went to these huge extremes, and it just, and then the ending is just, ugh, I don't know. I really didn't like the last 50 pages. And I don't know what I want to give it. I almost want to give it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Because it was good, but just some of it was just lackluster. And I feel like there was no character development. Juliet just like, there's no middle ground for her. It was all extremes. And just, I don't know, the plot, it just was wrapped up so easily. Or just so quickly. In the last 50 pages, it just all happened. And it was just like I said, like, I didn't know how it was gonna end. Like, I didn't realize they were gonna wrap up everything. And then the cliffhanger, oh God. I don't know. So, a bit disappointed. I think I am gonna give it 3.5. 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, but a 3 out of 5, or 3.5 out of 5 stars in real life. So, kind of bummed, but I'm really excited to pick up The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue tomorrow. Cannot wait for that. Very excited. But I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Good night. Hi everyone, it is Thursday, and I'm just finishing up my lunch break, but I wanted to pop in and tell you that I've started The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm 70 pages in, and I'm loving it. It's so sad. So our main character is about to get married, and in a panic she prays to a god for help, and a god responds, basically the devil, and he tells her that in exchange for her freedom he wants her soul when she's done like living her life. She agrees, not realizing that it would make everyone she ever knew forget her, and whenever she's out of sight they immediately forget her. And so she's living her life. It's kind of like dual perspective of like the time leading up to the deal and maybe after, I'm not quite sure yet, and also present day. And I know that at some point she meets a guy who remembers her, so I'm really excited for that, and I'm just loving it. Writing is so different than her other books. I feel like it's so much more mature and just so good. I feel like it's just really touching me in a way that none of her other books ever have. I've always kind of found her writing to be pretty amateur, like very light and easy, but this is very melancholic and it's just really emotional, and I'm just really liking it. So I am excited to continue, but I can't. I'm going back to work right now. But yeah, so I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just really enjoying it. All right, everyone, it's Friday night. I don't know what time it is, 8 something probably, but I have just gotten to the point in The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue where she's met Henry and now knows that he remembers her, and it was exactly what I was expecting. Like the scene was just like perfect, where she was just like, what? But like the lead up was nothing like I expected, and so like it was really funny. Like when she, you know, I'm not gonna say anything because it's like, I mean, it's like a very mild spoiler, like very mild, but it's like a nice like surprise on how she meets him. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I only read to page 100 last night, and so I'm gonna try and get to page 270, read like 170 pages today, 170 pages tomorrow, and then I'll have finished it. We'll see. I'm only 130 something pages into it, which is just like, I'm reading it slower than expected, but I'm really liking it. I'm 137 pages in, but I'm really liking it. This Victoria Schwab, V.E. Schwab's writing in this is really doing it for me in a way that none of her books have. Like, I enjoyed Vicious and Vengeful the most, but her other books, and Becca in the books, I just watched her favorite books of the year, and like Invisible Life of Addie LaRue was on it, and I think she talked about it really well, where like A Darker Shade of Magic and The Monsters of Verity, they're just so simplistic. Her writing is very fast, it's very simple. There's like almost no world building, and it's just, you don't really have much in depth. You don't have much depth in the characters, and the plot is also very basic, I found. Vicious and Vengeful do go deeper because it's dealing with very, very morally gray characters, but then like this is to another level, and I'm loving it. And I really like the dual timelines. I'm not always the biggest fan of it, but I do really like it in this because she's immortal, so you're getting like the very beginnings of her curse, and then like 300 years into the future. So there's such a gap that it doesn't feel like, you know, sometimes if it's a regular person and you're getting flashbacks or a dual timeline, I've just felt like, okay, like couldn't you just like bring this up in conversation? Like, is it really necessary? In this, it is definitely necessary, and it really feeds the whole her feeling very lonely, because you're getting just that panic and mayhem and mania of when she's first learning how to deal with all of these things, and now where she's like a pro at stealing and lying and getting around things, and it's really good. I'm really, really liking it. I won't have a problem getting to page 270 as long as I don't just like fall asleep. I'm alone in my house with my dog, but I'm just so tired. It's like I'm starting this new, I know I've talked about this, but like the new diet and the new workout thing, I thought like that would make me more awake because I'm being healthier, but I am exhausted, and I thought I was tired before. This is like at any moment I could close my eyes and go to sleep. Like at any moment I could just like lay down on the couch or on my bed and go to sleep, and like that is not usual. And I even went to sleep at 10:30 last night. So what is going on? I didn't even have to wake up early for a workout this morning. This was my day to go to the gym, which I did at lunch. And it's just like, I don't know why I'm so tired. And I didn't expect this to be, like I expected to be hungry. I expected to feel like nauseous. I expected different things. I did not expect to feel tired. I honestly expected the opposite. And I don't think it's like caffeine withdrawals or anything, because I'm not addicted to caffeine. I can go without caffeine. I mostly drank it because I like the taste. And so it's just like, I don't know why I'm so tired all the time. I need to start making myself tea. Like I continuously forget that we have like black and green tea that's like okay to drink. Like it's really healthy. And so I need to remember that and start drinking it more, because I just keep forgetting. And I'm just so tired all the time. I don't know why. Like I just really thought that this was gonna be different. Like I thought like my metabolism would be doing better, and you know, healthier lifestyle means, I don't know what I thought, but this is not it. And I'm exhausted, and it's not good. Like I've been sleeping every lunch break that I have. I have been sleeping, and like this one I couldn't because I had to go to the gym at my lunch break because my mom and stepdad left at 5:30. And so I'm just like, I don't know, I'm so tired and I hate it. If any of you know why, if any of you are like health people, you know, health side, I don't know, if any of you know like why that is, please let me know, because I had a very little metabolism, very slow metabolism, and I thought that like doing this, like resetting everything would like boost it, but I don't know, does metabolism even make you tired or not? I thought that's what it did, but I know it like burns calories, like burns fat and stuff, but I'm like, does it also equate to how tired or awake you are? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. But I'm gonna go back to reading. I'm really loving it. I'm so excited to see where Henry and Addie go. I'm so pumped. I'm so ready, but I'm also so scared because, and I don't think this is a spoiler because like everyone is saying it, this doesn't end happily. And like, I'm just very scared of that. And I don't even know if that's a spoiler yet. I haven't gotten to the end, but I know like Becca early in the video was like, you know, she was like, I cried multiple times and it was just very sad. And you can kind of tell, like the writing is very melancholic, very nostalgic and just very sad. And I'm just so scared, but also so excited to continue. So I'll talk to you all later. Hi everyone, it's Sunday. I didn't update you yesterday because I didn't really read much until I went to my dad's house for dinner, and then I went to bed before he went to bed, and so it was kind of, I just didn't really have a chance to update you. But I was able to read 120 pages yesterday. Now I only have 100 pages left of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I'm scared because I don't know what's gonna happen. I had a theory, it was proved wrong. And now I just don't know. I'm like, why is it gonna be so sad? I'm really scared that I don't know, I'm really scared that something's gonna happen because I think Henry's hiding something, he's dying or something, and I'm just really scared about that. Because Addie just finally found someone who remembers her. But we'll see. I'm really liking it still. I'm super excited. I am FaceTiming with my best friend at noon, and it is 10:45 to watch, we'll have 5 episodes left of The Outpost, which is a CW show, and we're gonna try and FaceTime and just binge watch the rest of them in the season. And I'm scared, but I'm also really excited to see what happens, but I'm very scared. So I'm gonna sit down, read, finish the book, and I will chat with you once I've done so. Okay, I just finished Addie LaRue and I have been sobbing, big time. I've been crying. That was so good. Very emotional, oh my God. Yeah, really good. 5 out of 5 stars. I'm trying to talk quietly because the puppy's asleep and I don't wanna wake her up. But yeah, I'm very emotional. Wow, it was really amazing. Very beautiful, very good. If V. Schwab starts writing like this all the time, I mean, wow, she's gonna become absolutely a favorite author. That was just really good, really beautiful, really sad. Oh no. Thankfully my best friend has read it, so if I'm crying while we're FaceTiming, she'll understand. But yeah, amazing, so amazing. I think I'm gonna wrap this up later because I have to get going. I have to actually get ready for the day, and then later I've got These Violent Delights upstairs, and so I'll give a wrap up with These Violent Delights and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue because I'm not reading anything more today, and then this is the end of the vlog. But yeah, wow, really amazing. That was really, really good. Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. Probably one of the best books of the year, if I could say that right now. Already, this and Lore, I think, are already contenders for top 10 of the year, unless I read some really insanely amazing books in the upcoming months, which is only January 10th, so that could definitely happen. But yeah, strong start to the month. But I'm gonna go watch The Outpost, and I will talk to you later. Hi everyone, so it is Sunday night. I binge watched the rest of The Outpost with my best friend. Not good. I really liked the first 2 seasons. This last season was not very good. And then I went to the gym. Then I finally watched Armageddon for the first time. It was really good. And now I'm just about to kind of just hang out it's 10, so I'm not exhausted within an inch of my life for the first time in a week, so I'm just gonna hang out. I don't know, just do stuff. I don't know what that means, but I thought I would wrap up this week. So I am still listening to Terrier. I'm really, really liking it. I really like the audiobook. So if you're thinking about reading it, I do suggest the audiobook because it's really fun. I really like Becca as a main character, and I'm really excited to see what happens. And then I did finish 2 books this week, which I actually looked at the rest of what's on my TBR cards, TBR, and I only have to read 2 books for the next couple weeks, 2 books a week. So this was perfect. First book that I read was These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which I ended up giving a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was really good. I really liked the writing. It was super atmospheric, but the last 100 pages was so fast, and it just didn't really make sense. I feel like she tried to put some red herrings in there for who was creating the plague, but it was obvious that it wasn't gonna be them. And then it just kind of, the person who it ended up being was I don't know, I just don't think it was worked out well enough. And then the other book that I finished was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which was amazing and beautiful and heartbreaking. And I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely amazing. V.E. Schwab outdid herself. This is the first book by her that I really loved. And I'm just so excited to see if this really changes her trajectory and how she writes, because this was really amazing. So yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.